Yo guys, Crescent here. Welcome to my third stem stock build video. Today I'll be showing you a really meta build. I would say a lot of people use this setup and it's nothing special, but I would say it's pretty damn strong. The only problem with stem stock is I just feel like there are better stem classes compared to stem stock, like stem DK, stem Nightblade, and especially stem Warden. Stem Warden is just way too strong because they got every single buff. So I just feel like these three stem classes are just stronger than stem stock. That's why I feel like even with a really powerful setup, stem stock stem stock just lack that oomph, you know, that's something that makes it really special. Okay, so yeah, let's just hop straight into sets like usual. So the first set we'll be using the monster helm is the Troll King, 2 impenetrable, maximum stamina glyphs. If you are not an orc or Khajiit or classes that have extra health recovery, don't use Troll King, use Bloodspawn instead. Bloodspawn is really powerful. There are two choices. I would say Bloodspawn is really good. Selene is really powerful as well. Selene, you can see the tooltip is 16k. Selene is really powerful as well, so it's really up to you. Either Selene or Troll King. Both are really nice. Selene, Troll King, or sorry, Bloodspawn. These three are really nice. I'm an orc, so I use Troll King. Okay. I'll just go through the CP setup, what I use in CP for now, and then I will tell you the small changes I use in non-CP, but they are more or less the same almost. Okay, and the second set we'll be using is Bone Pirate. Bone Pirate is just all around really powerful set. So everything impenetrable. You can use 1 or 2 well fitted, especially in non-CP. I would use 2 well fitted, 1 or 2 at least. But I got everything impenetrable, so I just use it like that. Everything stamina glyph. You could put tri-stack glyph in the body and the legs if you want. I might do that because my health is quite low, so yeah, I might put 1 or 2 tri-stack glyph. Okay, Bone Pirate. And then the third set we'll be using is Sench. Sench is a really good set because we are in medium armor, so we are using 1 heavy and 6 medium, so our cost of roll dodge and roll dodge and skills are just basically really cheap. So that's why I would say Sench is a really powerful set, and you can time your ulti with it, especially when you want to burst somebody. Just do a dodge roll, dodge attacks and stuff like that, and then you go into the buff up with your weapon damage glyph, and then just go into Dawnbreaker. That's what I do usually. I'll show you later how I achieve I think it's about 3.8k weapon damage for this build. And I'm an orc as well, so I got increased damage from melee damage as well, so it's even higher actually. Okay, so we are using Sench, 1 cost reduction, 1 weapon damage, 1 stamina recovery. You could drop stamina recovery and put another cost reduction, that would be fine as well. Okay, everything robust, and we'll be using sword and board Sench. Okay, the shield we won't be using sturdy, instead we'll be using well fitted, and the mace, the one-handed sword, mace or dagger, anything, it's infuse I'll be using. This is for CP. CP I'll use infuse and disease damage, and on the maelstrom weapon I'll be using either sharpen or none, it's really up to you, and I'll be using weapon damage enchantment. You could use poison damage as well, that would be fine as well, but I just slightly prefer weapon damage at the moment. Okay, so this is for CP, and there's another set that just basically like my DK. If you feel like sometimes in CP, especially if you're playing pure solo, it's just really rough, so sometimes I would switch up to 45 breaths. So 45 breaths is just a really tanky set, and I'll use medium for it. Okay, so yeah, sometimes I'll switch it to 45 breaths, 5 piece instead of Bone Pirate. Yes, you will lose some damage obviously, and you will lose a little bit of magic stamina recovery, but instead I'll be dropping the stamina recovery, I'll be dropping the weapon damage, and I'll be using cost reduction, so it balances out each other. You'll be a lot more tanky, but a little bit less sustain and a little bit less damage. So it's really up to you. But I feel like if you want to go just full YOLO and just dodge roll a lot with and dodge a lot of stuff with your shuffle, I would say Bone Pirate is the way to go. Okay, so yeah, in non-CP, what I would use is pretty funky, I would say. Where is that sword? Yeah, exactly this one. I won't be using infuse because we don't have the CP to amp up the disease damage from weapon enchantment, so I'll be using Nirnhorn instead. And the nice part is I'll be using poisons, especially as I'll be using this poison usually. You want to use, the main reason why I like to use dot poison on Stem Stock is because the skill Power Surge. So every time you do a crit damage, poison can crit, you get healing, okay? For every 1 second, you can just get like 2.8, 2.6k. You can buff it up, you go up to 2.8k, more or less, I think. So poisons are really powerful, only in non-CP. In CP campaign, don't use poison. Poison are just too weak. So I am slightly gravitating towards this poison because it's just really nice. 2 dots, instant, and then you get cost reduction of stamina ability 30%. It's not a lot, but it's quite decent as well, especially against like a Magicka class, and you just pound on them, okay? And I'll go through why I use this poison later. It's related to my skills in a non-CP, okay? And on the front bar, you can use poisons as well. Usually you want to use only 1 bar poison, and yeah, it's really up to you. You can use it on this bar as well, or you can use it on the sword and board bar. It's really up to you, okay? But the main reason why I use poison on this bar is because I got Nern already. So the weapon enchantment is going to be really weak in non-CP. That's why I get the damage from Nern Horn, and I get poisons. So on the back bar, I'll just be using this increased weapon damage enchantment on the two-handed bar, I mean. Okay, so this is the setup, and yeah, I'll just go through I'll show you the stats first before I go through the skills and everything. Okay. So yeah, as you can see previously, I'm on the title, you can see it's 3.8k. I'll show you how you get it. You just heavy at light attack, and then you dodge throw. You can see you can get 3.8k on both bar, 3.8k easily. So yeah, it's really powerful because we got really high crit on this build as well. So I'll show it to you again really quickly. Then I'll show you the fully buff stats. Yeah? You can see we have 3.8k weapon damage, and weapon crit is 47%, which is crazy strong. 47%. It's really powerful. Recovery is really nice as well. Bear in mind we have 1 cost reduction as well, so skills are really cheap. Maximum stamina is extremely high as well. So overall the stats is just really juicy, really nice. Let me kill this stuff really quickly. Okay, so yeah, that's about it for the stats. I'll show you. Obviously, forgot to mention, the health recovery will go up to, I think, 2.5k or so, depending on what potion you use. If you use a tri-set potion, it will go even higher. So, more or less, when the Troll King proc, it will go up to 2.5k or more or less. Yeah, obviously, like I mentioned, Celine and Bloodspawn is really powerful as well, so it's really up to you to switch it around, which one you want to use. Alright, so now I will show you the skills. Let me just get away. Yeah, the skills. On the 2-hand bar, our gap close bar and our buff bar, we'll be using Power Surge. It's really important, especially when you want to engage enemy. You want to use this Power Surge. It's a really good heal for you. And Shuffle. Obviously, you can drop Power Surge because I think another morph is better. I use Power Surge because I sometimes play on another build, the Werewolf build, so Power Surge is obviously better, but Crit Surge I think kills more than Power Surge. So if you're not playing Werewolf, just go for Crit Surge, okay? Critical Surge, it's more powerful. Okay, so Shuffle, we'll be using Shuffle as well. Obviously Shuffle is really powerful. Stampede is our gap close and our snare. It will proc the damage, the dot from Maelstrom. So if you get this dot, it will just support your Power Surge as well, so you get more healing when you do crit on the dot. So it's really important. And Dark Deal is just to gain back your stamina, obviously. Rally, your burst heal. Dawnbreaker, your ultimate. Shield Wall is your defensive ultimate from on the sword and board bar. I haven't get Spell Wall yet. Obviously you want Spell Wall. Spell Wall is way more powerful, but it's level 3, so I'm getting there. Evil Hunter, this is the I would say the flex spot for you. When I go through the potions, I'll mention it again, like what skills are really powerful. Actually, I'll just tell you now. So if you're using Speed Pot, I would say Evil Hunter is better, so you get the crit, okay, and you get really fast. But if you want to go full offensive, you use Critical Potion and you use Rearming Traps. it's really powerful as well. So you put rearming traps down, people get snared, and then when they dodge throw, you Stormbreaker them with your CC. It's really, it will blow their stamina a lot. So it's really powerful as well, rearming traps, because when you get minor force as well, so you increase your critical damage. So it's just really nice rearming traps. Okay, and obviously Reverb Bash is our major defile. Ransack, our bread and butter DPS skill. And Hurricane is just to buff up ourselves, give us a lot of buffs, minor expedition, major resolve, major what. It's just a really powerful skill. And Vigor obviously is our heal, and Yashu ultimate, like I mentioned just now. Okay, so these are the skills I will be using. I won't be using Streak. You could use Streak if you want, but you have to drop important skills. So you could drop Stampede, but I wouldn't recommend that, because we are using Maelstrom weapon. So for me, I'm not using Streak, but it's really up to you. You could drop Evil Hunter here and you can use Streak, but I just feel like Evil Hunter or Rearming Trap is just way too powerful. Okay, so that is about the skill. I'll go through the poisons I mentioned already just now. You can use different kind of poisons if you want. Drain stamina poisons. For sustain in non-CP is really powerful. Hindrance poison is decent as well, I guess. Cost reduction poisons are always really good in non-CP, and yeah, immobilized poisons are pretty decent as well. It's really up to you, but for me, I like the dot poison and the increased cost, stamina cost. This is my favorite poison for this build. Only in non-CP, obviously. In CP, I don't use poison at all. Obviously, we'll be using Dubious Cameron Throne, because we'll be using Bone Pirate. Even if you're using like brass set, 45 brass set, I still will be using Dubious Cameron Throne. And forgot to mention, we are using the Warrior Mundus Stone. And yeah, others are just not so special. You don't need to be ESO plus, you don't need to be Werewolf. Major Savagery is one expert. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, and now the potions, yeah? The potions is okay, there's a lot of different kinds of potions you can use for this build. It's really important. Okay, obviously I'll just mention Detection Potion is just really nice if you want to get Night Blades. If Night Blades are running away, your Hurricane is off, you can always use Detect Potion, or you could use Evil Hunter to make them review them. So it's really powerful. Tri-Step Potion is only good if you're using Troll King. So if you're a Troll King build, Tri-Step Pot is really powerful. One of my favorite pots, if I'm using traps, rearming traps, I'll use this potion to get my Major Savagery. Yes, I don't get the speed, but instead I'll be really powerful with my damage, because I get yeah, the major crit. And yeah, it's just really nice if you use this in a combination with rearming traps, this potion. And obviously immune to knockback and speed potions are really powerful as well. I usually use this with Evil Hunter, so it's like a combo. And in non-CP, Lingering Health Potion is pretty decent as well. And in non-CP as well, Speed Potion is pretty nice as well. So you get speed and you get health per tick for every seconds, about 900 plus, close to 1k. It's really nice as well. And so these are the potions I'll be using. And yeah, I think that's about it. I just need to show you guys the CP really quickly. CP is pretty damn straightforward though. Everybody knows it, how to put it. So 19 to Siphoner. Siphoner got a small buff, I think, previous patches. So it's quite decent if you're using a lot of light and heavy attack. Siphoner is just really nice. 51 into Warlord. I put 3 into Sprinter because I'm an Orc and sometimes I want to get away from Zergs. I will just sprint, so you can just take away this if you want, but I just put 3 into Sprinter. 64 into Mooncalf, 27 to Tenacity, 66 into Tumbling, 19 into Bless, 13 Shattering Blows, 6 Physical Weapon Expert, 72 Master at Arms, 51 Precise Strikes, 17 Piercing, 43 Mighty, and 9 into Thermal Church because we got poisons with the dot, and obviously Hurricane is a dot as well, and the Stampede Gap Close from Maelstrom is a dot as well. So we got more or less 3 dots, so 3 or 4 dots. So Thermal Church is quite nice. I just put Rarity into this. Obviously, compared to my dot build, I put a lot more into Thermal Church, but this is not a dot build, so you focus more into Master at Arms. Okay, so 14 into Resistance, 61 into Ironclad, 40 thick skin, 49 hardy, 43 elemental defender, and 23 into quick recovery. Really important because stem stock healing is just not that strong because we don't have major mending. And yeah, that's about it for the CP. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. Yeah, just remember, this build is not a really tanky build. If you're using a 45 breast instead of Bone Pirate, then you are a bit more tankier. But if you are like me, you like to play like really offensive, that's why I use Bone Pirate. And you need to always remember, keep up with your buffs, Power Surge, Vigor, Rally, always keep all those healing buffs up, and obviously Hurricane as well before you go in. And always focus less on blocking and more on dot trolling because we are using Sench. So that's really important. Make sure you always get that 3.8k weapon damage before you throw all your ultimate into somebody, okay? So just remember that. Alright, so that's about it for this video. Make sure you throw this video a like, that will be much appreciated. And yeah, if you want, you can subscribe to my channel. I'll do a lot of ESO videos as well. And I'll see you guys in Cyrodiil. Okay, bye bye.